Hi, welcome back. This is one of my favorites, contracting, the legal part. The legal part is so critical for a project sometimes that I left it for the end intentionally. Because at this moment you have a very wide understanding about what your project involves, and you can have a better understanding about what are your legal requirements. Do you need to sign confidentiality agreements with your team? If yes, put it on your list. Do you need to have contracts with your third parties? If you have third parties as part of the project, then go ahead and list that down. Do you have to have a contract set with your future clients or the beneficiaries out of the project? Then go ahead and list all that down. And we'll see you in 3 minutes. On contracting and procurement, I'm adding a separate line because I want this thing to be treated separate, and I want it to have an important piece in my project. Even though you may think, well, I don't think so, I have any contracts, I don't have anything related to the legal part in my project, I advise you to look again to all your actions and then decide if you have any contracting or procurement part of it. In my situation, the mobile application, I have terms and conditions, and then you see that I'm writing, I have to draft them, I have to review them, I have to publish them, they have to be published in my application. Then I will have a privacy policy. And then I will have contracts with the third parties because I will have these integrations. For that, I will need also contracts, NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. If you are a teacher, for your Apple class, you may need to do a contract with a farmer to give you the apples. If that would be the case, then you will have the same action. You have to draft the contract, you need to review it, then you need to give it to him to sign it. He's going to review it again, he may need to ask his lawyers, and you see the things are getting complicated. It may not be the case. It can be that you just go get some apples from the market and problem solved. But what about getting a sponsorship? What if you are taking the kids to an orchard, and then you will need, the things are getting far more complicated, you will need the permission from the parents, you will need the permission from the school, you will need to make sure that the place you are taking them is safe, is adapted for them, and so on and so forth. All these are contract and legal parts you have to consider in your project. Don't skip them. If you are preparing for an exam, for example, you may need to fill out a non-disclosure agreement for something. I don't know, usually that's not the case, but for example, if you need a certain reference, or if you are applying for an award, you may need to get permissions from your company or from your boss that you can use the information that you've been working on at work, and you can use it to apply for this award. If you don't have any contracting part, you can skip this section. Okay, thank you. Now the 3 minutes are up. Let's go to the next lecture.